Annually, an average of 5,000 Michigan farmers attend an educational session geared toward environmental stewardship and the Michigan Agriculture Environmental Assurance Program verification. How is the program helping farmers here in Michigan? Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers. Joining me now is the Division Director for the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, James Johnson. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's an awful big mouthful, the Michigan Agriculture Environmental Assurance Program. What exactly is it? Who is it designed to protect and what does it do?
It's a big mouthful because it's a big job. Truth is, there's more than 52,000 farmers in Michigan, and with farming more than 10 million acres in this state. And with that, a lot of potential for environmental impact. And the purpose of the Michigan Ag Environmental Assurance Program is to help growers to do a better job of addressing those environmental impacts, making themselves profitable, sustainable, long-term, in addition to addressing environmental impacts. The program really started back in 1997 when the industry came to the Department of Agriculture and to the Department of Environmental Quality and said the ever-changing landscape of environmental regulation continues to be a challenge for them to keep up. You need to help us in order to assure that we can know that what we're doing on our farms is in conformance with both federal and state laws.
So they were sort of, in a roundabout way, asking for more regulation, or at least regulate us or tell us what those regulations are.
That's correct. They wanted something that actually helped them to do a better job of addressing the potential issues on their farm in a way that is in conformance with those state and federal laws. And so that began a long process that really resulted in the Michigan Ag Environmental Assurance Program in 2002. And the program's been developing since then. Actually was codified when signed into law in 2011 by Governor Snyder. And as a result, we've got a very long process that growers go through that actually has, through that evolution, identified every potential location for an environmental risk on a farm, and then the development of a plan to address that risk, and then implementation of that plan to actually mitigate that risk.
You brought 6 sort of booklets with you. Are these sort of the guides, if you will,
Yeah.
for farmers and folks that need that information?
Sure. The challenge with this is that if you look at a farm, and we're blessed in this state with the variety of farm products that we actually produce, more than 200. And as a result, you've got farms of all different sizes and types across the entire state. So it's a challenge here to actually address all of the potential risks on the farms across the state, given just a really simple tool. And so what we did is we broke the farm up into really 3 basic parts. What happens within the farmstead itself, what happens out in the crop area, and then if you have livestock, what happens if you have livestock. And all 3 of those introduce a different set of environmental challenges, and all 3 of those identify those potential risks, what that plan might look like, and what mitigating practices can be put in place in order to address those issues.
And then very quickly, obviously, protects the farmers and the consumers.
Correct. Protects the farmers, consumers, and actually creates long-term sustainability within the farms themselves, producing a good, healthy product in the end for Michigan citizens.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
For more information on today's topic, you can visit maeap.org. Today's Comcast Newsmaker was the Division Director of the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, James Johnson. I don't even need to pick my pen up.